Hi, my name is Emma, and today I am going to tell you the real story of my friend Chloe. Well, ex-friend. It's a story about trust shattered, the deepest kind of betrayal, and how the people closest to you can become strangers overnight. Strap in, because this one's rough. Chloe and I met freshman year at State U. We were randomly assigned as roommates in Willow Hall. Picture this: me, shy, bookish Emma from a small town, wide-eyed and terrified. And Chloe, vibrant, confident city girl with this infectious laugh that could fill the whole dorm. We were opposites, but it clicked instantly. Late nights talking about everything, sharing clothes, surviving awful dining hall food together. She became my person, my anchor in that chaotic new world. Sophomore year, we got an apartment off campus with two other girls, Sarah and Priya. It felt like we were building our own little family. That year, I also met Jake. He was in my poli-sci seminar, smart, funny, with this easygoing charm. I was smitten. Chloe was the first person I told, gushing over coffee. She listened, grinned, and said, "About time you met someone awesome. Go for it." Jake and I started dating. It was amazing. He fit perfectly into our group. Double dates with Chloe and her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Mark. Movie nights with Sarah and Priya. Life felt golden. Chloe was my biggest cheerleader, always hyping me up, telling Jake how lucky he was. She'd jokingly say, "If you hurt my I'll end you, Jake." We'd all laugh. Then, things started shifting. Subtly at first. Little things I brushed off. Like Jake mentioning he'd run into Chloe on campus and grab coffee. Or Chloe casually asking if Jake and I were still good a little too often. She started hanging out more with Mark, which I thought was great for her, but she'd sometimes cancel our plans last minute, saying she was with him. The real unease started with my academics. I was applying for a super competitive summer internship with a professor, Dr. Evans. It was my dream opportunity. I worked tirelessly on my application essay. One night, I saved the final draft on my laptop and left it open on the kitchen table while I grabbed a shower. When I came back, Chloe was sitting there, scrolling on her phone. "Just needed a charger," she said, gesturing vaguely. I thought nothing of it. A week later, I submitted my essay. Dr. Evans emailed me back surprisingly quickly. His tone was cold, professional. He said while my grades were strong, my application essay was derivative and lacked the original insight expected for this position. He couldn't consider me. I was devastated, confused. That essay was my best work. I reread it obsessively. It was good. Had I misjudged it? Around the same time, Jake became distant. Texts went unanswered for hours, then days. He canceled dates with flimsy excuses, workload, feeling tired. When we were together, he seemed preoccupied, looking at his phone a lot. I asked him if something was wrong. He'd just say, "No, everything's fine. Just stressed." Chloe noticed too. Men. She'd sigh sympathetically, putting an arm around me. "Maybe he's just going through something. Give him space." But the space felt like a chasm. I felt isolated. Priya was buried in pre-med, Sarah was always at her part-time job. Chloe was my main confidant, but even our conversations felt different. Less warm. More like she was going through the motions of comforting me. Then came the party at Ben's house. It was late October, chilly. Jake had barely spoken to me all week. Chloe said she was going with Mark. I almost didn't go, feeling low, but Sarah convinced me. "Come on, Moping won't help. Let's just have one drink." We got there, and the place was packed. Loud music, people everywhere. I scanned the crowd for Jake. Didn't see him. I grabbed a drink with Sarah, trying to loosen up. Then I needed the bathroom. The one downstairs had a line, so I headed upstairs, figuring Ben wouldn't mind. That's when I heard it. Laughter. Coming from Ben's slightly ajar bedroom door. A very familiar, bubbly laugh. Chloe's laugh. And a lower voice. Jake's voice. My blood turned to ice. No. It couldn't be. I pushed the door open. Maybe an inch more. Just enough. There they were. On Ben's bed. Chloe and Jake.
Kissing.
Deeply. Her fingers tangled in his hair. His hand on her waist under her shirt. It wasn't just a kiss. It was intimate. Familiar. The world tilted. I couldn't breathe. I must have made a sound, a gasp, because Jake's head snapped up. His eyes locked on mine.
Wide. Shocked. Guilty.
Chloe turned, saw me, and her expression, it wasn't shock. It wasn't guilt. It was annoyance, like I'd interrupted something important. Emma, Jake stammered, scrambling up. It's not. We were just. Chloe sat up slowly, smoothing her hair. She didn't even look embarrassed. Emma, she said, her voice cool. Look, this isn't what you think. Not what I think. My voice sounded strangled, alien. I see you kissing my boyfriend, Chloe. My best friend. What the hell else is it supposed to be? Jake tried to reach for me. Please. I flinched away, staring at Chloe. The betrayal was a physical pain, sharp in my chest. How long? I whispered. How long has this been going on? Chloe sighed, like I was being dramatic. A few weeks. Look, Jake and we connected. It just happened. Connected? I choked out. Behind my back? While you pretended to comfort me? While you told me to give him space? The pieces were crashing together with brutal clarity. The coffee meetings? The constant questions? It was all a lie. Jake looked miserable. Emma, I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. Chloe, she said. Chloe cut him off sharply. Jake, don't. She looked back at me, her eyes hardening. Maybe if you weren't so wrapped up in yourself and your little internship drama, you would have noticed what was happening right in front of you. The internship. Her words hit me like a slap. The open laptop. Her vague excuse. Dr. Evans's cold email. My essay. I breathed, the horror dawning. You sabotaged my essay? You changed it. A flicker of something, maybe panic, maybe defiance, crossed her face before she masked it. Don't be ridiculous, Emma. Why would I do that?
But I saw it.
The confirmation was in that flicker. The academic betrayal cut even deeper than the romantic one. This wasn't just about stealing my boyfriend. It was about deliberately destroying my future. My best friend had tried to break me. Get out, I said, my voice trembling but clear. Both of you. Stay away from me. I turned and ran. Down the stairs, through the crowd, ignoring Sarah calling my name. I ran all the way back to the apartment. Priya was studying. She took one look at my face and pulled me into a hug. I sobbed, the whole awful story pouring out. Jake, Chloe, the essay. Priya was furious. That witch, she hissed. I always thought she was a bit too perfect, a bit too interested in your business. She helped me confront Sarah when she got home. Sarah was horrified. Chloe kept telling me you were just stressed and imagining things with Jake. I had no idea. The fallout was nuclear. I moved out immediately, crashing with Priya until I found a tiny studio. I confronted Dr. Evans, tearfully explaining what I suspected about my essay. He was skeptical but agreed to let me resubmit the original draft I thankfully still had saved elsewhere. He reviewed it, apologized profusely, and offered me the internship on the spot, the bitterest victory. Jake bombarded me with apologies, claiming Chloe manipulated him, told him I was losing interest. I didn't care. He was weak, complicit, blocked everywhere. Chloe? She never truly apologized. She sent one text. Sorry it went down like that. We just clicked. Don't make it a bigger deal than it is. As for the essay,
she denied it to the end.
But Priya remembered something. The night I left my laptop open, she'd come home early and seen Chloe typing on it, not just charging her phone. Chloe had lied about that too, but it's been 2 years. I graduated. I got that internship, which led to a great job. I have amazing friends now, real ones like Priya and Sarah, who stood by me. People who don't operate with hidden knives, but the scar is there. That deep, bruising ache of betrayal. Losing Chloe felt like losing a limb. I mourned the friendship I thought we had, the person I believed her to be. It shattered my trust in a fundamental way. It took me a long time to open up to anyone new, Dio. I hate her? Sometimes. Mostly, I feel a profound sadness. Sadness for the girl who felt she needed to steal and sabotage to feel worthy. Sadness for the friendship that was poisoned from the inside. And yeah, sometimes I feel a flicker of anger. At her, at Jake, at the whole messy, painful ordeal. The resolution isn't some fairy tale ending. Chloe and Jake apparently lasted a few more volatile months before imploding. I heard she transferred schools. Good riddance. My resolution is quieter. It's me rebuilding. Learning to trust again, cautiously. Knowing my worth isn't defined by someone else's jealousy or a boy's weakness. It's understanding that betrayal, especially from someone you loved like a sister, leaves a permanent mark. But it doesn't have to break you. Sometimes it just shows you how strong you really are, and that you deserve so much better than fair weather friends and stolen boyfriends.